Greetings and welcome to another edition of the Jacksonville Buzz. I am your host, Adrienne Houghton. Joining me in the studio today is Gabrielle Dean-Rector, and she is the Director of Development for MOCA, Museum of Contemporary Art here in Jacksonville. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm thrilled to be here this morning.
Now, this is a very exciting year for MOCA. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so this is MOCA's 100th anniversary. So that makes us the oldest visual arts organization in Northeast Florida, one of the oldest art museums in the state of Florida. And based on our research, we are actually the second contemporary and modern art museum to be founded in the entire United States, second only to the Phillips Collection in Washington, D.C. Wow. So we are in very good company on that one.
Wow. I had no idea that we had such wonders here.
Yeah, no, it's one of the really cool things about our 100th anniversary has been the opportunity for us and for the city to really rediscover the history of the museum and the important role that the city of Jacksonville has played in modern and contemporary art here in the South.
And I think there's a lot of people that don't know it, actually, and it's always good to find out. So, do you have anything special planned for 100 years?
Sure, yeah, no, so for our 100th anniversary, when we were planning it, we were really intentional that we didn't want to just like throw a big party and then call it a day. We are gonna be throwing a really big party, so don't worry about that, but we also really wanted to leverage this opportunity as a way to give back to the city that's been our home for the last 100 years. So we wanted to help spread the word about MOCA and our history and the importance of Jacksonville in art history, but also to really create a lot of exciting exhibitions and opportunities through public programming to have different access points for everybody to be able to connect to contemporary art and to the work that we're doing. So a couple of the exhibitions that we have up right now, we have one that is called A Walk on the Wild Side, 1970s New York in the collection of
Fabulous.
Norman E. Fisher.
Yes.
And so Norman was actually a Jacksonville native who went to New York in the late 60s and early 70s and became like a cultural phenomenon and a huge part of the art scene in New York in the 60s and 70s. So he was friends with a lot of really important artists of the day like David Bowie and Philip Glass and Andy Warhol and Yoko Ono and Robert Mapplethorpe. So all of those names that you really think of when you think of 70s New York. And his home became like a place where they could all get together and collaborate on different ways of kind of pushing the boundaries in the different fields of art. So when he passed away in the late 70s, his family decided to donate his collection to the museum so that it could be a resource for the people of Jacksonville.
We're very lucky that he was from Jacksonville.
We are, and that his family decided to, give such a very generous gift to the city. And then the other exhibition that we just opened that I'm very excited about is Project Atrium Frank Stella. So Frank Stella is one of the foremost American artists working today. And so we were absolutely thrilled when he agreed to create a brand new work of art for our atrium in honor of our 100th anniversary. And that piece is called Jacksonville Stacked Stars. And it is two gorgeous metal stars stacked on top of each other that takes up the entire 3-story atrium space.
Wonderful.
So it's absolutely beautiful.
Definitely something to see.
Our atrium is free to the public anytime, so anybody who wants to come by and see that can come by anytime and see it when we're open. And then we have a series of really exciting programs to try and engage different parts of the community and provide a lot of different ins so that everybody can feel like they're part of our 100th anniversary.
Absolutely.
So we have a local art history lecture series with different guest speakers coming in and sharing different aspects of Jacksonville art history. We have a film series that we're doing where we're playing a different sci-fi film from each decade of the last 100 years.
Oh, wow.
We have coming up on April 20th, we have our Spring Community Day, which is a big family festival presented by PNC. And so it's a free access day, and we will have a bunch of community partners there and a bunch of activities for all ages, but it's especially aimed at like families and kids. We also have our summer camp registration currently open.
So that's open now. 'Cause
yes.
I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, kids have got to get into summer camp.
Yes, so if you have a kid or know a kid who is excited about art, I totally recommend you looking into it. Or if you know a teen who wants some volunteer opportunities and is interested in art, we also have a teen teacher program that they can volunteer for to be part of camp. And then thanks to our very generous corporate sponsors, we have a couple of free access programs that are happening throughout the year. So every Saturday, the museum is free, thanks to ViStar Credit Union for ViStar Free Saturdays.
Yes.
And then we have a new program, which is Museum Nights presented by Florida Blue. And so that is on the first and third Wednesday of every month. It is free to everyone.
So much information. I'm sure you've actually registered it all, but I know it's on your website.
It absolutely is. We have an events calendar on our website that will tell you all of this. If you find yourself downtown during free art walk, that's one of our free access days. So the museum is open and it's free, and we have different activities.
Gabrielle, we could go on forever. There's so much to ask you.
Yes.
Please come back after the gala. Tell us all about how it went. And I look forward to finding out more information as things happen during the year.
Yeah, absolutely. And for our gala, it is going to be themed around 1970s New York.
Wild side.
Walk on the wild side. So if you're interested in joining us, you can go to our website.
There's still tickets available.
There are tickets available and sponsorship opportunities available if you're interested in getting really engaged. And so you can go to our website, which is MOCA Jacksonville. It's MOCA Jacksonville.unf.edu. And that has information about our 100th anniversary, our events calendar, where you can see everything that's coming up, and how to buy tickets.
Thank you, Gabrielle. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
And if you'd like to know any more information about the Museum of Contemporary Art here in Jacksonville, you will also be able to find it on thedailynewsnetwork.com.